so to suddenly meet somebody, shake their hand and be like, we're going to make out now is, it's always strange. But, again, that scene had to go to those places for it to work the way that it did.
The Heat got a real hard on for you, man.
They up the reward.
They said you assaulted some lady, tried to burn her house down.
Get out!
You see anyone suspicious running around back here?
You got someplace around here we can go?
I'm on 5 different medications.
Are you gonna eat that?
Kyle, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Hey.
How are you, man?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Not bad.
Where are you at?
Right now, I am currently in Massachusetts just for the day. I had to drive down to take care of something down here. But when I'm not down here, I am in Vermont.
Oh, okay. You live in Vermont. I didn't know that.
I do. I live literally in the middle of nowhere.
Emily, how's it going?
Hey.
Are you in the middle of nowhere too?
Not well, sort of. I'm in the middle of Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that could be a middle of nowhere.
Los Angeles. Yeah.
That could be a middle of nowhere. Depends on the time and day and where.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, good to see you, man. After I saw you guys on screen, I don't know if there's anything else left to do. I was going to ask what's for dinner, but I'm like, I think the better question is like, what is going to be broken, at this point, or damaged?
Everything.
Yeah. First we eat potatoes and steak because Patty is the potato and Simon is the steak. And then you break the plate. That's dinner in America.
Literally. I like how you guys ate hearty, like Midwestern food though. I'm from like the Chicago area. So I'm like, this is something I like. This is like, we're not eating like, veggie burgers and all that. We're actually eating meats and stuff and potatoes.
It's not charred broiled salmon and asparagus.
No, not at all, man. I'm just wondering when you guys got that script and you're going through, like, what is going through your mind? I can imagine because there's so much like physical action and stuff being destroyed and just anarchy all around. Like, what were your impressions? I'm gonna start with you, Kyle, first.
You said it, man. You read it, and every time you turn the page, you're just like, oh my God, like something else is happening. But it was exciting. It's a rare thing to get a script where you not only fall in love with the characters, you fall in love with the relationship, you fall in love with all the characters, not just the leads. And, you see this fully realized world that this person, Adam, has created. And it's such a, kind of magical sandbox that he laid out for us. And so it really was like a gift to get a script like that, because you read so much stuff and you're like, this is all right, or well, there's things about this I like, or I don't like this at all, or
right.
And to get something like that, I really think you only have a few opportunities in your career to get something like that, kind of that special. And then you meet Adam and he's cool as can be and knows exactly what he wants and trusts me and trusts Emily, and it then becomes just this like amazing collaborative effort to bring these two weirdos to life.
Emily, you nailed the aggressive nerd, I'll say that, or a nerd with like some punch to her, literally.
Well, it's not far from who I am in real life. So.
There you go. Okay, well, that's good to know. So what was your first impression of it? Like, was this going to be a hard transformation for you? Or like, oh, this is just me up to the next level sort of thing, up the ante?
Oh, every time I get a script, I have a moment where I'm like, how am I going to do this? Like, how are we actually going to make this?
It passed.
Sorry, someone's having fun in my neighborhood.
That a bee?
I think no, it was
a bee or like a quick motorcycle. Okay. One of those things was like lightning quick.
A bee. I wish it was a bee. That'd be cool.
Middle of LA. There you go. You don't know what it could be.
Anywho, but this one, I had a moment where I was like, how am I going to bring Patty to life? I mean, both of these characters are like WB larger than life characters. And I think the point for us is they became really personal. Like they became like these versions of us that like, for me, I kind of had left behind in life as like a sad point in my life where I was like, I don't really want to remember who that Emily was. But as we were developing the character, I was like, oh no, this was me like circa 2012. This was me like circa 2015, learning like who I was and who I wanted to be and how to conform, kind of conform, like put away these parts of myself that I were like, no, it's weird. No, it's vulnerable. No, it's like silly and stupid or whatever, and be more what I thought the world wanted me to be. So to kind of dive into this character was an opportunity to be like, no, fuck that. Like I'm not going to conform anymore. I'm going to celebrate the parts of myself that are unique and weird and that now looking back have a lot of value. And I think have a lot to offer to the world. And I think we all have kind of like it's a beautiful thing to find that kind of confidence and acceptance, self-acceptance.
And looks liberating too, man. You guys just went for it and everything. I feel like there wasn't that many like restrictions or hurdles here. Just like kind of go for it at that point, whatever. I was wondering, Tim, like, is there anything that like Adam or you guys like put a stop to? Was there something wilder that was going to happen that didn't make the cut? Like this is like a free for all pretty much, right?
Yeah, it was all in.
Adam really fought to keep it unique and weird. And
yeah,
he wanted it because that's the beating heart of the movie, I think.
I think if you try to restrain these characters or turn this world into something that it's not, then it's not the movie that it is, and I think an interesting thing happened too. The script is still the script, but then I think when me and Emily came on, and then when we started talking with Adam a little bit more, these characters found a different sort of life to them. It was almost like we grounded it in a different way than I think the script had originally not necessarily been intended, but almost read like. It read a little more cartoon isn't the right word, but I just mean like there is the
dynamite almost.
Yeah, and then so there's a combination of that, and then bringing Patty and Simon to, while they are still like jacked up to 11, there is a real humanity to these characters, and I think we pushed to keep that as well. So I think it gives a really nice combination of like you're seeing these people who still feel very much like real people in this crazy world where everyone tells them they're insane, but you realize, well, maybe it's not them. Maybe it's everybody else that's a little off.
Out to lunch.
Out to lunch.
Literally.
Yeah.
I knew this movie is gonna be wild. Like after like the first few minutes, hey, Lea Thompson, man, she went for it. She let you be handsy, grab her ass, whatever you wanted. I mean, that was a hell of a scene right there, Kyle. Did you guys talk over it or just went for it? Because I'm like, that's pretty badass.
There's, scenes like that are always a little strange because there's, intimacy is something that in your life, real life, is earned. It is something that you earn with somebody, you develop a relationship, and those things come naturally, or at least that's how it should be.
Right.
So to suddenly meet somebody, shake their hand and be like, we're going to make out now is, it's always strange. But, again, that scene had to go to those places for it to work the way that it did. And Lea, she really took the driver's seat with that. She was like, look, just go. She actually like, and I still laugh about it sometimes because I went up to go talk to her about it to be like, what are we comfortable?
Yeah, I'd admit.
What is it? And she took my hands and she went, here, do whatever you need. And I was like, and it was this moment of being like, okay, like, but it was nice. Like there is like, to have somebody give consent and be comfortable to be able to take it to where it needed to go. She's just awesome. She's honestly as cool as can be, and she was really a pleasure to have on set for the, what was it, like 2 days that we had her,
Yeah.
something like that. And
Really
she just
short.
she hung out and she just played, and um
It's an iconic screen legend. You know, she's been in a biz, and you know, it's cool. Just even sharing that story, that you see that, like, you know, you have a veteran actor that's just willing to go along with the script and make things
Yeah.
easy on other actors. You know what I mean? Too. That's such a cool thing for you guys to even witness, sort of thing. You know, maybe that
Yeah.
someday you could pass it down. That sort of kind of experience and that freedom and that comfort of being yourself and comfort in your acting. You know, too.
It's
Yeah,
always a pleasure to meet a veteran actor who's so kind and so giving.
so
and
giving. Yeah. Yeah,
genuine.
and scenes like that too, like it's you never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable or
Yeah.
weird and stuff. And you know, and I don't have I don't have enough good things. Not enough good things. That sounds terrible, right? I only have
Only
good
have
things. I only have good things. She's like, she's the best, you know. She's just the coolest.
Yeah.
And she's
so
still
cool.
like involved, man. She's like tweeting stuff. She's so supportive. I don't know. I have a special
Yeah.
place in my heart for her.
Big family, the Dinner in America family.
There you go. You see, that's awesome when you get to bond with your castmates like that and have that good impression over them, which leads me kind of to both of you. You guys spend a lot of time together on screen, and I'm guessing probably off screen, talking about your roles and building up friendship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with you, Emily. What's your favorite thing about Kyle that you learned through this process? Like, you can spill some dirt if you please, or whatever you learned about Kyle. Tell me what like stood out to you that
Go
you
ahead.
He's
Go on.
really
Go
caring
ahead.
and loving.
Go
He's
on.
an incredibly caring and loving person, and really thoughtful, and super generous. Like, I think we wouldn't have been able to push the boundaries of Patty and Simon if we didn't have like ultimate trust and love and respect between each other. And
100%.
Kyle is really a wonderful person, and I want to make everything with him.
Wow, look at that, Kyle. Doesn't make you feel good. You know what I mean? You
Oh,
made such an
yeah.
That's
impression.
the truth.
No,
Now
and
you
I
get to
feel-
share on Emily. Now you get to give her a feel good moment too.
No, I feel the exact same way. You know, I always looked at Emily as like my ultimate safety net. I knew I could show up and she would always be there for me, and she would always catch me if I fell. And she, you know, she's such like a ray of light on set and in life. Like it's Emily's the friend you want in your life. You know, she's gonna have your back. You know, she's always gonna be there, and that it's in your everyday life and socially and in your work life and professionally. Like, everybody needs an Emily in their life. Everybody would be better off if they had an Emily.
Emily, are you available to be my friend too? I mean, that sounds so beautiful.
We
You're the
really set
best.
the bar really high with each other.
And here's the thing, like you work on movies a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you meet these people. Well, you know, if you're lucky, people work. Whatever. What I'm saying,
Right.
what I'm saying is, you meet a
You've
lot.
done him enough, Kyle. Where you've been on a lot of
no,
sets.
but you meet a lot of people, right? You meet a lot of people, and for a couple weeks, everybody's very close, and it's like a family and things like that. But a lot of times, you know, people go home and they go back to their lives and their things, and you know, and I'm not saying this to knock anybody or anything. There's still people that I would work with in a heartbeat. If they called me, I would love to hear from them, you know. But there's only a few people in my life that I've come off of jobs that have stuck, that are like truly, you know, truly great friend. Like, I consider Emily like a wonderful friend, you know. And again, it's not to knock anybody else. There's a lot of people that I love that I've worked with, but Emily's just, we had something really, there was just something special with the film and the way we worked and the way we got to hang out. I mean, we would cook dinner together. We would just spend time together. We just, I don't know.
And the way Adam like welcomed everybody. In
Absolutely.
a
It's at the
collaborative
bar.
way. Yeah. He made a set that was incredibly collaborative, and where everyone really had an opportunity to have make their mark, you know. And
Yeah. And a movie like this opened the doors and allowed people to build those lasting friendships. You know, sometimes it's so chaotic and it's just work and you're there and you're talking between takes of like, so where'd you grow up? And you know what I mean? Like, and that's like what you get. And here there was really, these relationships were nurtured, you know, both professionally and
it felt like summer camp.
it really did. Yeah.
It's so cool. I love this. I
It
mean,
really did.
you
was like
see
a
it on
party.
screen and it drips off screen too, which is super cool, you know, talking to you guys. Before I let you go, so I've been doing this on pretty much all my interviews. I got a book of totally useless information. It's like real life facts.
That's my brain. My brain is full of stuff like this.
There we go. So I'm going to let you guys pick a page and we're going to learn some random facts. So we have 180.
69, your mom.
69. All right, let's do 69. Haven't had that one.
I love that picture so much. Of you.
All right.
Straight down. Fuck
So
it.
here's some real life facts.
All right.
The original name for the butterfly was the flutterby.
Because it flutters by.
Oh, that's a good point, Emily. I never thought of that.
Do you know why leaves are called leaves?
No.
Because
We're
they
supposed
leave.
to leave them on the floor for the tree.
Oh, wow. Common sense, but I guess it makes sense, you know? Oh, here's an interesting one. Frogs must close their eyes to swallow.
Ew.
And frogs are always like, you know, bug-eyed and all that, right? So that's, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Imagine if you had to close your eyes to swallow.
Oh, like, yeah, you guys did dinner in America. Like, how's that going to happen, right? How awkward would that have been? Even more so.
Love it.
I'm gonna do that in my next role. My next role is gonna be frog work, and I'm gonna take on all the traits of a frog.
I'm gonna do that to make people uncomfortable so I can leave.
That's, you see, now we got something. And here's something, when you guys are in London ever, it is illegal to drive a car without sitting in a front seat. So I'm guessing that should be pretty much
But here's the fucked up
worldwide.
thing. Yeah, but this is the fucked up thing about laws.
Yeah.
Laws exist because somebody did that.
Right. You had to put it in. So someone in
Some
England
guy's in
probably
the
tried
back
to write a
seat
car.
like, I got this. Like somebody's in the back. Like, I don't know.
That's
What's
bizarre.
that?
Oh my gosh. And the last one here, Panama is the only place in the world where someone can see the sun rise over the Pacific Ocean and set over the Atlantic Ocean.
I want to go.
That's cool. It's like
Is
That
dinner
is
in America
cool.
in Panama? Is there a Panama Film Festival we can take dinner in America to?
No, let's just go.
That would be so badass. Imagine that.
Let's just take a DVD and see if we can just have people watch it with us.
Oh yeah, there's one more. I knew this one. Soccer's played in more countries than any other sport.
Do
was
that.
a given.
Yeah, that's like number one.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we
good.
learned about frogs. We learned about Panama, and you
I like
know,
the frogs.
and and that's the facts for today, guys. And hell of a job. I love the chemistry you guys have on and off screen. This was so cool to catch up and talk. Kyle, I've been a long fan of yours. Simon finally convinced me that you will never be scared to stay in a haunted house in Connecticut, or Freddy Krueger won't be coming after you. He's a badass, you know what I mean?
They would think twice.
Exactly.
Twice.
Well, hey, you guys get back together on another one. This friendship's real. So like, share this adventure again on screen. It was a blast seeing you.
Hope so.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Hope to catch up down the road with both of you.
Yes, sir. Be well.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, man.
Jim.
Bye-bye.
Bye.